coming up on one of my favorite bridges in Rome, the Ponte Sisto, which is just up from the Via Pettinari over there. You turn left and you walk up and you're right at Santissima Trinita. And as a matter of fact, back in the early 80s, this is where I stayed for the first time to come here before I had even converted to study archaeology and history and so forth. So it's an area that's very dear to my heart. Across the way you see a fountain. We'll talk about that in a moment. You can see the large hole there in the bridge, the oculus, or eye. It was designed during time of flood to let water pass through to take stress off the bridge. It was built, this bridge was built on the ruins of a bridge, an ancient bridge from the 3rd century, I think, that had been originally built by the emperor, I think Caracalla, early 200s. And it fell apart in, centuries later, and then eventually was built up by Pope Sixtus IV. Sixtus built this for the Jubilee year of 1475. Because just up the river, up that way, there's another bridge that for the Jubilee of 1450 collapsed with a whole bunch of people on it and they died, so that didn't work very well. So this bridge was designed to help pilgrims and so forth get to the other side of the river so that they could go to St. Peter's during their pilgrimage for the Jubilee. Now let's go down here a little bit, and there are a couple of inscriptions that we should look at. Okay, we're at the foot of the bridge, but I'm looking down the Via Pettinari. You can see down the street down there, it's the flank of the church of Santissima Trinita. And there's a little church right up here too, where the body of St. Vincent Pallotti is. In fact, this is called the Piazza of Vincenzo Pallotti. This is where the Palatine Fathers have their world HQ. Okay, well, let's go back here and take a look at this view of the bridge. And here we have this great inscription, Sixtus Quartus Pontifex Maximus ad utilitatem PRO. Now, I have seen a lot of Latinists, would-be Latinists, absolutely fall apart when they see this PRO, because it actually is an abbreviation. Populo Romano is what it's supposed to be, but it looks like the preposition. And so rather than read the whole thing in Latin, let's just go through it, huh? Sixtus IV, Pontifex Maximus, for the usefulness of the Roman people and for the many pilgrims, the multitude of pilgrims who are going to come for the Jubilee. What did he do? He restored at his own great care and great expense from its foundations this bridge, which was rightly called broken, and that's exactly was. And he decided he desired that it be called Sixtus, after his own name. Yeah, so that PRO up in that first line is what absolutely throws people into a panic. This is not the original stone. The original stone was vandalized many times, and eventually they just took it out and put this copy in. Now we're going to go over to the other side, and there's another inscription. Okay, we're back with another inscription. So here we have the year, right? We can see it's 1425. And it says, you who are passing along here, by the beneficence, the kindness of Sixtus IV, pray to God, Deum roga, so that he will both save and sustain the really great Pontifex Maximus for a long time for us, and farewell whoever you are who will have said this prayer. So there we go. Now here we have a little bit of a view of the bridge, some stuff along the sign. Today I don't see Tom Cruise in a car chase down here. Let's go across the bridge. Now this bridge actually has water pipes in it, 8 big water pipes, and they carry water from across the river over to the center. The water is called the Aqua Paola, after Paul V, the Farnese Pope. Paul V Borghese, I guess. And he brought an aqueduct from Lago Bracciano up north here to Rome. And there's a fountain up on the top of the hill. You can see just a little bit of it peeking up there. Big, big fountain. And then it connects to the fountain down below here at the end of the bridge, which used to be turned and along the side of the road here, but they put the Lungo Tevere and they put all this in and they had to remove the fountain, but it's still there. And so then this actually bears water across the city. There's St. Peter's in the background. Let's continue to the accompaniment of sort of Pink Floyd. Now on the other side of the river, you can see back where we've come from, the bridge. Now this big fountain, Paul V, used to be over here, set into a palazzo here. They had to cut all that off in order to make the Lungo Tevere, the road and the big embankments. And so they got moved over here. And you can see that there's still water running from it. And let's see, there should be a couple of inscriptions here. As you can tell, I'm kind of into inscriptions. Nymphaeum aquae Paulae e capite via Juliae. Adversae, I'm using a kind of a classical thing here. They're adversae fluminis ripae laxandae causa, with two S's. SPQR, Senatus Populus Que Romani. That's it, it's not the Senate and the people of Rome, it's the Senate and the Roman people. Huc transpont something or other novis operibus instaurari curavit, and I can't quite read the date. Anyway, there it is. And then you can see the little dragons that were on the coat of arms of Paul V, Borghese. Yeah. Here we go. A little sight of the square in the evening. This place will be full of drunk teenagers. On this building over here, there's a lovely inscription from Virgil, if I remember correctly, about the sound of the gurgling of the water of the Tiber and so forth. It's really quite lovely. Anyway, here's your fountain.